In agriculture, you will hear a lot about legacy, farms passing from parents to their children, even stories of multiple generations working the farm at the same time.
That legacy is not always about keeping it in the family. As TWILA's Josh Meeks found in Avoyles Parish, sometimes passing the torch goes beyond bloodlines.
Every day, the sun climbs over the Atchafalaya, creeps up this old wooden floor, and highlights the literal daily grind for Travis Canal. With the help of his wife and a pair of dedicated workers at the Covered C feed mill, he's turning corn into feed.
Those are the original mixes they were put in here in 1960.
The corn grinds down and mixes with cotton seed hull and mill and a little bit of molasses to make their specialty. The white-bagged, red-tagged cattle feed. It's well known far outside of this unassuming building in Simmesport.
Shoot, they got people coming from all over the state almost.
Pretty much. Probably the furthest drive somebody makes is a little over an hour to get here. But a lot of people from St. Landry and a lot of people from Point Capee.
Canal is a fourth-generation farmer. His great-grandfather started growing vegetables, but the mill wasn't originally in the family.
Mr. Peter Grimion, who lived across the street here, bought land and property here and then built this place. Started in 1959, and they finished building it in 1960, January of 1960. Then his sons took over. They ran it until 2017, and then they leased it out for a couple years, and then we ended up purchasing it in August 1st, 2020.
He says he's grown the mill in the 4 years he's owned it. Not an easy feat since he was just 28 when he took over.
I was doing whatever it took to make a living, working turnarounds. I tried working for the railroad, and none of that worked out. And I worked here in high school. I grew up around the Grimions my whole life. I was here in high school and out of high school, and they offered it to me, and I saw it as an opportunity to stay home and work and be with my family.
His wife Mallory knew she wanted to help out.
I had another job I was working
Right.
at La Total Care in Opelousas. I was working as a scrub nurse there, but it got to where he just couldn't keep up with it anymore, especially when that drought hit last summer, and you couldn't keep up over here. You couldn't catch a break, couldn't take a breath.
For the Canals, life now happens 50 pounds at a time. Travis considers himself a chef of sorts, coming up with new ingredients to keep his longtime customers happy and hopefully draw in a few new ones.
Everything goes through our hands. Everything. Almost everything goes into a 50-pound sack. And sometimes you handle it more than one time, you know.
Reporting from Simmesport for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Josh Meeks.
Canal says nothing compares to the freedom this life has brought him, and adds that his 3 children have a lot of interest in helping out and are curious about agriculture. Between the hay, the cattle, and the feed store, he hopes to one day see them take up what has become the family business.